One of you guys own this car?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
My name's Jerry Palladino. I've got a YouTube channel called Muscle Cars Old and New.
Right.
And would you like to talk on camera about your car?
Sure.
Okay, we'll start with your name.
It's Carl.
Carl?
Yeah.
And this is a 67.
Correct.
Is it actually a 396 new?
Yes.
Did you buy it new?
No. No. I bought it. I've had it about 6 months or so.
You enjoying it?
I love it.
Rides really good?
Yep.
Any problems getting gas that doesn't make it ping?
Oh, no. It runs on 90 octane without any issues.
So you bought it like this in this condition?
Mm-hmm.
Where, do you mind saying where you got it from? It was just an
St.
ad?
Cloud.
St. Cloud?
Yep. Bought it off an individual out there who actually did the build and did all the work on the car. And it sat in his garage for about 3 years, and he never drove it, and so, okay.
After he restored it, he never drove it?
Drove it one time.
Wow.
To Turkey Run and back to his house, St. Cloud.
Wow.
And it sat there, and so I saw it, and I liked it. And,
Could we check under the hood? Take a
sure,
look?
yeah. This is what put me over the edge.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they did some chrome work in here.
Yeah, he did a really nice job.
Do you know which 396 is it, the L78 or?
I do not know, but let's pull them out 450.
450. High-rise manifolds, is that Edelbrow?
Yes.
Headers.
Bordex heads.
Have you taken it to the track?
Runs good. Not yet. I'm trying to find a set of 50s for the back.
Oh.
Because it's got 60s all the way around. And I can't even, keep it from breaking loose in third gear.
What rear end is in it?
411 positive.
411, yeah. So it's at highway speeds, it's winding out pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I don't get it on the highway. Just coming up and down 19 is fast enough. It's running about $3,000 then.
Yeah, that's something we didn't even think of back in the day. A friend of mine had a 70 Z28 automatic with the 410s.
Right.
And, I'd never even thought about it. You go on the highway, whatever. That's the way it was. But now, with 5-speed and 6-speed transmissions, you're at idle at 70 miles an hour with the newer cars.
Yeah.
But, well, man, that looks really nice.
This is definitely a town car. or a strip car, going down the strip.
Now, are you going to put drag radials on it or just regular radials?
I'm going to just put some regular 50 radials on the back. I'd like to try and see what it'll do out at Leadfoot.
That's the 8th mile track?
Yeah. I'm not into drag racing, but it's here. I figure I want to go out there. I went out there a couple weeks ago and checked it all out.
Have you ever heard of a device called a Draggy?
Mm-mm.
It's a little box, tiny thing, and you hook it to your phone. You put it on the dashboard of your car, and it'll tell you 0 to 20, 30, 60, quarter mile, and it's dead accurate. I've compared it to the track, and it's less than half a tenth of a second difference. And you could, you find a nice straight road with nobody around, and you test out for a quarter mile. It'll give you top speed, anything that you want, about $150 for them. And it was the best investment I ever made to figure out, without having to go to the track. And there's a road by the Pasco County, the dump out there. It's nice and straight and flat. And I've got a Challenger, and I got it down to 12.2 on that road there, which is pretty good considering it's not treated or anything. It's just a regular street.
Right.
But I did let the tires down to 25 pounds because without that, it would just spin.
Yeah.
That's the main problem when you got something like this, especially with 410 gears, is getting out of the hole. It's the first 60 feet is where you win the race. You get a good 60-foot time, and most of the time you're going to win.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, you enjoy it, and I appreciate you telling me about it.
No problem. I do enjoy it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And what motor do we have here?
So that is actually for one of my good friends, Juan Vicuña. He's from Orlando. He had a little bit of bad luck with his car. He unfortunately, at an event called the Reunion, he pushed a gasket and hit the wall. So he, unfortunately, just a fresh build, he went and hit the wall. So he, luckily, he didn't suffer a lot of damage. So he's being able to get back out there again. And he asked me for a favor to degree the cams. And the guys actually Alon Racing, the owners of the GT500, they are the ones tuning the vehicle. They do a lot of stock ECU. They're the best in the game when it comes to stock ECU stuff. on the Coyote platform. So this is a now this is a Gen 3, I believe it was, a Gen 3 shore block, which comes in the 2000 on the newer Mustang. So it's a 2000 plus Mustang GTs, and he has a set of voodoo heads that come in the GT350, and he bought a set of L&M camshafts and also cam caps from FFRE and all the goodies from them as well. So we're gonna be degreening the exhaust cam and leaving the intake cams the same. And this car will probably make 15 to possibly 1800 horsepower. So it'll be a lot of fun. Twin turbo car too.
That's plenty. And you work on all different kinds of cars?
Yeah, I typically keep it to like the race car stuff. You know, that's my passion, that's my hobby. And you know, one of my goals was to have the shop here next to home so I can build a nice piece and take my time with stuff and not have, you know, so an in and out kind of program. So I don't work on the regular vehicles, you know, unless like a friend needs help, you know, like, hey, swap my alternator, you know. But that's the kind of deals that you don't charge for. But when it comes to the race car stuff, that's what I'm focusing on. So yeah. But then you have vehicles that take so much more than they can from factory, and they do it nicely. For example, like a Mustang GT, right? So a Mustang GT Gen 3 Coyote, you can make roughly 900 to 1,000 horsepower. We've done it. We put a twin turbo kit in a completely stock Mustang GT from 2018, and it made 950 on our dyno. We used to have a dyno back in Kansas. We'll get one here soon, but so yeah, like 950 horsepower from a completely stock engine. Were we a little bit dangerous there? Possibly. But, you know, that was on the last poll. We said, hey, let's bring it down. So there you go, a Mustang GT making all kinds of power, and it was happy. You can see it also with some LS cars, such as the Camaro, for example. You can make a pretty decent amount of horsepower with like the LS3, with the LT1, and they just take it. But then you have so many more components that you have to worry about. Just fueling, is your fuel pump strong enough to support that horsepower? Is it pushing out enough volume of fuel? Then you have the rear end. Is the rear end going to take, like we were talking about rear ends? And then transmission, clutches, you know, all that good stuff, depending if you're manual, automatic. So there's a mix of everything in the industry, I think, that you have cars that can take a lot of power from factory, and there's cars that they just don't. You know?
All right, thank you very much. And like I said, I wish you all the best. And I could tell by your attitude, things are just going to keep getting better for you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
So this is Jerry Palladino from Muscle Cars Old and New, signing out till next week.